I will clarify that. I'll delete this. Okay. And first, what is the total charge? What is the total charge? Anyway, this solid will have some charge density. Okay. So once the charge density, if you multiply it with the full volume means volume made by this distance, say capital R. If this distance is capital R, then this is the total charge, okay, present inside that volume. Okay, then at any point of time, what is the charge enclosed? Okay, what is the charge enclosed? If I choose some imaginary surface like this, I may go at any radius, I may choose at any radius. So once if I choose like that, what is happening? So that is function of what is the total charge present in the system? What is the total charge present in the system? What is the volume that you have chosen? Okay, when you are going on some imaginary surface, definitely your volume also changing. Okay, so your volume divided by total volume, your volume divided by total volume. And if you calculate this, it will come like this. At any point of time, charge enclosed by the imaginary sphere is your volume is 4 by 3. You are at some r, say small r, 4 by 3 pi r cube. And what is the total volume? 4 by 3 capital pi r cube. Please note down in this discussion, the small r is less than capital R. That means you are inside the sphere. Okay. So what is the idea? The total charge R divided by R whole cube. So at any point of time, what is the charge enclosed? You are choosing some imaginary surface inside your solid. Whenever you are choosing some imaginary surface inside your solid, what is the charge enclosed by that imaginary surface? That is total charge and small r divided by R. Okay. Once it is very clear that if R is less than R, definitely Q enclosed is less than QT. Q enclosed is less than QT. Okay, at exactly R is equal to R, what is happening? At exactly R is equal to R, again it's very clear that Q enclosed is equal to Q total, because once if you are going to this surface, again what is the charge enclosed by you? That is equal to the total charge. Okay, that is the idea. So so whenever if Q enclosed comes, you can directly put this value. So okay, so that is the idea. So finally, I will write down this. At any point of time, Q enclosed is equal to QT. Again, please remember, you are inside your solid. Whenever you are inside the solid, this is your Q enclosed. Okay. So I will write it in the next page. Okay. So whenever your R is less than R, Q enclosed is equal to QT R divided by R whole cube. When your R is equal to R, Q enclosed is equal to QT only. Again, even if you go R greater than R, in that case also Q enclosed is equal to QT only, because your your sphere is getting extended up to capital R only. Your solid sphere is getting extended up to capital R. Even if you are choosing imaginary surface, say R is greater than R, that case also Q enclosed is equal to what, sir? QT only. Okay, now we'll analyze this. Say, for example, then what will be the electric field in this case? Okay, what will be the electric field? The electric field will be generally what is the charge enclosed? Okay, charge enclosed is QT. Generally, what is your radius? Okay, you are at some small radius R less than R, and then definitely the electric field will be 4 pi epsilon R square, and again this factor is there. So R divided by whole cube. Once this r square you can cancel. So what is the final value? QT small r, this is capital R. Okay, QT small r 4 pi epsilon capital R cube. Okay, this is the answer, capital R cube. Okay, in the next one, when R is equal to R, what will happen? This is very simple. So instead of here R, you can put R. Again, this factor itself cancel. So your final answer is Qt divided by 4 pi epsilon R square. Very simple. But again, after if R is increasing much greater than R, so in this case, you cannot here 4 pi because Qt cannot change because Qt is fixed. Even if you go beyond your solid, that Qt is fixed. Here, instead of capital R, you have to put small r because you can go anywhere or greater than R. So it is like small r. Okay. Then what happens? What happens? In the first case, you are getting R divided by R cube. In the second case, exactly R square. In the third case, you are getting simply R square. See, please see here. Here it is capital R. Here it is capital R, but small r comes here. Here only small r. These are all the variations. Okay. If you want to analyze this function, you take some realistic value. Okay. Some realistic value. Say in first case, what you are getting? R divided by R cube. Okay. In the second case, what you are getting? R square. The third case, what you are getting? Simply R square. Okay, that means what, sir? If I am here, okay, if I am here, I can, this is my solid shape. Say my solid shape is R. Say for example, R is equal to 5 meter, 5 centimeter. R is equal to 5 centimeter. And I can choose imaginary surface inside this sphere, imaginary surface in that inside this sphere. For example, that I can take R is equal to, say for example, 2. Okay, just you compute this. What is happening? R divided by R cube. What will come? 2 divided by 5 whole cube comes. Okay, because remaining all parameters are same. Qt and everything is same. Only here there are changes. In the exactly at the edge, what you are getting? 1 divided by 5 square you are getting. Here, in the next case, in the last case is you are at a solid sphere, but your imaginary surface is outside the sphere. That means R value is greater than 5. Say for example, R is equal to 10. Now what happens? 1 divided by 10 square. You can put anything. So 1 divided by 10 square. Now you compare these values. Okay, you calculate with the calculator. Okay, then what it comes? Okay, how it varies? What is your value? Okay. So now I am going to draw this with the help of diagram. Okay, how the field actually will vary in case of this solid conductor, how the field actually is going to vary. Okay, so say this is the solid conductor. I can choose my imaginary surface anywhere, either inside or outside. This is inside. I can also choose at outside, anywhere. What will happen? Okay, now when I am inside the solid sphere, exactly if I am here, what is the charge enclosed by me? If I am here, the charge enclosed by me is 0. Once the charge is 0, electric field is 0. Once the charge is 0, electric field is 0. What happens? As I increase my imaginary surface, what will increase, sir? My charge enclosed will increase. What will increase? My charge enclosed will increase. Okay, I am getting some charge. Okay, and also distance also increasing. That's okay. So what happens up to this point? Okay, up to this point, what is happening? Gradually, your charge contribution increases gradually. Okay, it goes to some value. Okay, it reaches there. There, what will be your electric field? This is exactly Q divided by 4 pi epsilon naught R square. Okay, then what happens afterwards? That the charge contribution is less, but what is happening? Your distance is increasing, so there is no charge contribution. So your field will decrease. Your field will decrease. Okay, this is the idea. Inside a solid conductor, what is happening? If you are exactly at the middle, there is no electric field. Okay, if you go further away from the center point, there will be some electric field because some amount of charges are there. It can give you the electric field. Okay, as you choose here, definitely again some more electric field will be there. In a way that the distance is also increasing. That's why this factor they are calling it as R divided by R cube model. Okay, here R is variable. This R is fixed. Okay, this small r is variable. Okay, R divided by R cube. Small r is variable. Okay, then finally, once if you reach there, again if R is equal to R, you are getting only R square. That's okay, because once if you substitute small r is equal to capital R, you will get this equation. Okay, but or otherwise, if beyond this point your contribution is actually reducing, your contribution is fixed. So this rate is like 1 by r square regular, but 1 by r square is applicable after this point only. Okay, say this is 0, this is r, and this is the distance greater than. This is the electric field distribution in a solid conductor. In a solid conductor. Okay, in case of solid conductor, what is happening? Electric field gradually increasing. Okay, it reaches some maximum value at the surface, then it is getting decreased. It is getting decreased. Whereas in case of hollow conductor, electric field inside is 0, but here it is not 0. That is the idea you should note down. Okay. Yes. As it is okay, sir. Is it okay? Yes. Once again, I will repeat this. This is electric field inside the solid conductor. Somehow I have calculated the Q enclosed at any point of depends on what is your imaginary surface, what is the total volume, what is your volume that you have chosen with the help of your imaginary surface, what is the total volume. So finally I have come to the some conclusion. This is valid only inside the circle, sir. Inside the circle. This is valid only inside the your solid. This is valid only inside the solid. Okay, inside the solid you have to use this equation. Just outside the solid you have to equation what, sir? Q is equal to just QT. Anyway, that is available in the next slide. Okay, inside the solid only you have to use, because what is the nature? As your small r increases, your charge contribution increases, so somehow electric field increases. But once if you are exactly at the edge, you have to use. Once if you are beyond the edge, okay, beyond your solid, then what is constant, sir? Your Q enclosed is constant, but what is happening? Your R will still increase. This is constant. That's why the field is reducing. That's why the field is reducing from here to here. Okay, here to here it increases like this, then it reduces like this. This is the idea of the solid conductor. Yes, sir. Is it okay? Understandable? Yes. Can I go to next topic? Next one. Yes. Electric. Yes. Somebody give me answer. Are you getting this idea? Electric field inside the solid conductor. Okay. Yes. Okay. Solid in the sense what, sir? Again, not to make confusion. Solid in the sense it consists of charges inside. Okay. Inside everything charges will be there uniformly. That is the solid conductor. That is the solid conductor. Okay. So next I will go to what is the electric field configuration in the concentric spheres. Okay. In the concentric spheres. Okay, electric field in the concentric spheres. Okay, now first I take the hollow type concentric sphere. Hollow in the sense, say for example, this is my conductor. Okay, this is my conductor. Charges are present there on the surface. Because it is hollow, the charges are present on the surface. Okay, once if it is hollow, this is hollow type. And again one more conductor is there. Please wait a bit, wait. Okay, so it is like this. Again, there is some charges there also on that another sphere. Charges are there that I will denote like this. Okay, now what is the electric field distribution nature? As it is hollow, again, this is also hollow space only. Okay, only concentric rings are there. On the surface, electric field is there. Okay, it is very clear that once if it is hollow, definitely up to this point, this is one way, this is one, and this is another one. See, the electric field is 0 only. The electric field is 0 inside the hollow conductor. But once if you go here, there is some charge. Suddenly your electric field increases. Okay. Suddenly in this case, what is happening? Your electric field suddenly will increase because you are getting charges. Suddenly it increases to some value. Then it slowly reduces because that is a free space, like free space, then suddenly here what happens, you are getting some extra charges. See, first case you got from the first circle you got this red color charges. Okay, once if you go to the second circle, you are getting what, sir? Another charges, you are getting blue charges also, they are getting added. Okay, once they are getting added, definitely the electric field will increase. Okay, electric field will increase, then suddenly your electric field jumps to some value, and again from there onwards your charge contribution is fixed. Then it will reduce as you go further, it will reduce. This is the electric field in case of concentric sphere. Concentric sphere. Okay, this is radius. Okay, concentric sphere. What is this value exactly? What is this value exactly? This value is, say, q1 and q2. Q1 means charge contributed by this one. Okay, charge contributed by this one first circle, and q2 means charge contributed by the second circle. Q1 and Q2 divided by 4 pi epsilon. You are exactly on where, sir? R2, second radius. Here radius of the first circle is R1, then exactly at this place this is equal to this one only, Q1 plus Q2 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught R2 square. Once if you go further like this, then what you have to do, you have to replace this with help of small r. Small r can be anything in between this value. Okay, this is the idea. Next, what will be the value here? Say, what is the value here? What is the value here? So here the value is just only one charge, because if you take this surface, imaginary surface, according to the Gauss law, only this will contribute to you the electric field. Okay, so Q1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught R1 square, epsilon naught R1 square. Okay, this is the idea. Okay, sir. So again, these are all the edges value. Once if we go like this, you have to replace this R1 with help of what, sir? Small r, with help of small r. Okay. Okay. Now I will try to write the electric field in all the region. Electric field in all the region. So for this, I will go to the next page. Okay. So what are all the possibilities? If my r is can be less than R1, okay, r can be exactly at R1, my r can be between R1 and R2, my r can be exactly at R2, okay, and my r can be greater than R2. What will be the electric field? Whenever it is less than small r1, that is 0, at this place, charge 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught R1 square. Okay, at this case, Q is equal to 4 by epsilon naught R square. R square here, in this case, that R is means running variable. See, that R is running variable, that value has to be in between what, sir? R1 and R2. Okay, R1 and R2. Should be very careful. Okay, and this R is between this one only. Next case, R is equal to R2. Okay, once if it is R is equal to R2, the moment you reaches R2, you are getting some extra charges. That charges is Q1 plus Q2. Already Q1 is in your hand. Now Q2 also comes to the contribution. Q1 plus Q2. Again, exactly you are at capital R2. So 4 pi epsilon naught R2 square. And finally, what happens? Finally, your total charge remains same. Q1 plus Q2. Okay. Q1 plus Q2, but here you can replace this capital R with help of small r. Small r is a running variable, but in this case your R has to be greater than R2. R has to be greater than R2. This is the electric field due to concentric spheres. Okay, concentric spheres. Okay, and I will give you one assignment. Okay, next. Anyway, you may not be doing the assignment. Anyway, I'm giving you. Okay, you take some solid shape cylinder like this. Okay, and then another solid shape cylinder, again concentric one, but it is solid. This is also okay, solid concentrics. Now, what is the electric field nature? What will be the nature up to this point? What will be the nature up to this point? What will be the nature up to this point? Okay, then say this is your radius A, this is your radius A, and this is your radius, inner radius. This is inner radius of the outer ring B, and this is your radius C. Then what happens? Okay, what is the limit? What is the electric field nature? Okay, just you try to find out the electric field for this shape. Okay. Yes, sir, you got some idea about electric field nature in different configuration? Yes, with this I will stop. If you have any other doubt, any question, you can ask. Any doubt, any question? See, note down very clearly that electric field configuration, I have drawn it for different shape. Okay, I started with the basics. Okay, I started with this, how the charge is getting distributed. Then we went to point charge, and also we took a hollow conductor shape. Then how it is the charge distribution we have seen. Then next we took the what is the electric field distribution in hollow conductor. Okay, then we have extended it into concentric hollow conductors. Okay, finally I have given you some exercise. Once if it is a once if it is a solid hollow conductor, then what is the electric field distribution nature? Okay. Yes, sir, any doubt?
Sir.
சொல்லுங்க.
Sir, inside